B, get a training plan as soon as possible, preferably one that's tailored to you, because you need one that factors in your lifestyle. If you're busy, no point having a training plan that tells you to do things 5 days a week if you can only do 3, but get that plan ready.
Now, my personal training tip is set yourself a realistic goal. Running is as much about mental as it is about physical, as I've found out many times, and all runners will understand. As you grow into the sport of running, you'll realise how much mental toughness you need from running to get through certain races, when you're in tired spots, when you've got to push at the end, whatever it might be.
The biggest tip for training is to make sure that you don't train too fast. I think it was one of the first mistakes I ever made. I probably do my training slower now than I did for my first ever marathon. So those Sunday runs, just keep them nice and slow, and then you can recover much easier for the training for the next week.
I guess running with other people is my top training tip. Gets you out, makes you run longer, much easier. You don't feel the miles, the pain in the miles.
For me, a tip that was given to me by Brendan Foster when I asked him about my first marathon. I says, what one tip would you give me? And he said, don't go out fast. So at the beginning, the first few miles, do not go out fast. If you've done all the training, you're going to feel super fit, super strong. Remember, let's coin the old cliche phrase, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So whilst you may want to go off really fast, I would highly recommend not doing that.
My best advice for training is to make sure you rest and recover properly by having early night sleep and sleep as long as you can. I got great sleep enough.
First half of your marathon, do your long run, build up gradually and keep the pace slow.
The fueling for post-run fueling is a protein shake, which for me, within 20 minutes of finishing my workouts, I will always have a protein shake now. I could show you the brand that I particularly use at the moment, which I love it. I've tried various brands, but you need to try what works for you.
Fruit. Without a shadow of a doubt. For me, it's the first thing I have when I get in from a run. Bananas mainly, apples, getting those good nutrients into your body, clean eating. I don't personally have the best diet in the world, but I do make sure that pre and post run I tend to have fruit. If I'm going for a hard workout or a longer run, I might have some porridge, something a bit more substantial. If I'm doing shorter runs, definitely just go out on an apple or a banana or something like that.
I found energy gels made me feel quite sick because they're so sugary. My favourite thing to run with is actually medjool dates, which you can stuff with like almond butter or peanut butter. Because I'm quite a slow runner, I'm out for a long time and I get hungry, so it gives me my energy and stops me feeling hungry basically.
My favourite recovery food is the recovery food of champions, which is brown toast, scrambled eggs, baked beans and ham. We have that every Sunday after a long run.
So I use shot blocks for marathons. Don't like gels, they're a bit sticky for me and a bit sickly. Shot blocks, just a bit in your pocket. Bite them in half, let them dissolve in your cheeks. Works for me.
I love using shot blocks for my long runs, so for all my marathons I usually eat shot blocks because they're easy on the tummy, easy to eat while you're running, and they're not too sweet and they give you a great little energy boost.
Food products that I would recommend, PhD, Diet Whey, just to get protein in the system and take it up for everyone without fail.
I think when you're doing your long run, you're much better off trying to run that without any products, any gels, and allowing your body to do that long run. But what I do certainly think is good is after your run, especially a long run, you need to recover. So the best product I use for recovery is For Goodness Shakes recovery milkshake that they do, and I like the chocolate one. They do different flavours. I've always found if I run like a marathon race or something, I have one of those in my bag just to down it as soon as I get to that finish line. I feel a lot better.
Advice for injury prevention.
Very funny. Don't fall over, I would suggest. Advice for injury. Stretching, always a good one. Never very good at it myself. I tend to stretch when something hurts rather than beforehand, but that's the best way to do it. Yeah, and watch where you're running.
So make sure you do lots of strength exercises. I've been guilty of not doing these in the past and it's cost me. And go for regular checkups. So if your calves are feeling tight, make sure you go and see somebody, get them worked on, and just look after yourself. Any niggles, listen to your body. 1 hour workout or a run today. That means you have got 23 other hours in the day to completely ruin what you've just done in that hour by not recovering properly, and then you're not ready for the next one. A lot of stretching, especially like the calves and the hamstrings and the leg muscles after a run, to stretch out those muscles, and also foam rolling I've found to be really good.
I've recently started doing yoga, so I'm on my 6th week and I'm absolutely loving it. It's great for stretching, great for the core, and I haven't been injured since I've been doing it, so it's got to be good.
Foam roll and massage at least once a month. Foam roll every day and just keep yourself flexible.
Preventing injury. My number one tip for preventing injury is post-run, post-workout, post anything, is do all your stretches, do the right stretches. You can Google all the different types of stretches. I'm not going to stand up now and start showing you all the different types of sets of exercises, but you know, stretch out the calf muscle.
Foam rolling and stretching, without a shadow of a doubt. After every run, stretch your legs out, and then foam roll. So what I tend to do is go for a run, stretch, foam roll, and then in the evening, if I run in the morning, in the evening I'll then foam roll again. Might seem excessive, but you know, I might put some heavy sessions in, especially during marathon training. When you're in marathon training, it's a different ball game. You need to keep those legs fresh. I really find if I miss a rolling or stretching session, my legs pay for it the next day. So 100% stretching.
I do a lot of cross training, and I do triathlon as well, so the recovery after long runs, I do a swim on a Monday, and I do cycling as well, and that's just because I know that personally I cannot run 6 times a week, so I need to get fitness elsewhere, so cross training for me is the best thing to keep.
Get yourself a training plan. Kind of goes hand in hand with number 1, but if you're accountable for something, you're going to do it more, rather than me saying, well, I'm going to try and run Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday this week, and you look outside and it's cold, dark and rainy. You think, oh, I'll give this one a miss, so then you only go out Wednesday, then you might only go out Saturday, then you've dropped to 2 days a week, and then, you know, it's a vicious circle. So having a training plan holds you accountable.
Now, the motivation for me is always the end goal. I know that if I can get to the start line as fit as I can possibly be, then the glory and the feeling that it was going to be even better afterwards. So it's just remembering what the goal is and just keeping going.
And running with other people does it for me. Otherwise, it's very easy to stay in the warm.
Days.
Top tip for motivation is, well, from experience, it's just get out there and do it, and try and do it with somebody else, because actually when you're out there, it's nowhere near as bad as you think it's going to be.
I do my running first thing in the morning at a ridiculous hour, because I need to get up before I go to work. So I'll time it, so depending on what training run I have, so I have my kit laid out the night before. So my tip is have all your kit, everything ready. So for me, when I fall out of bed, I don't have to fumble about trying to find my kit or anything, and it gives my brain time to wake up and think, hang about, what am I doing? I'm going for, you know, so it gives my brain no time to work out what it's doing. So I'm out, changed, running before my brain works out what's going on.
The goal that I'm aiming towards, whether it's to finish a marathon or get a certain time in a certain race or whatever it might be, use that goal to motivate yourself, visualise achieving it, and know that it's not going to be handed to you on a plate. You've got to work hard, so you've got to go out there and get that session done. And the other thing that motivates me really, especially for early morning runs, is I come out of that run just feeling, I feel terrible when I go out for it, but by the end of it I feel great. And I'm set up for the day, and it's probably only 8 or 9 in the morning. I've still got the whole day ahead of me, and I haven't wasted any time of my day. Yeah, that motivates me.
Find somebody to run with. If you're committed to meeting up with somebody to run, or with your running club, it's harder to back out of it. And it also keeps you going when you've got those long miles to do and it's freezing cold and you don't want to be out there.
My top tip is, when you're doing marathon training, there's a lot of people that are also doing it, and it's really easy to get lost in what everyone else is doing. But just remember, you know, be inspired by other people, but don't compare yourself. It's your story, it's your challenge, and just keep that in mind of what you want to achieve, and don't let anyone else, what they're doing, get in the way.
So you're going to get a lot of advice from a lot of people, and you need to filter it and see what works best for you, because you're a different runner to other people, and you need to make sure that you're doing what's right for you and not just following the crowd.
To have a training plan, but I train on time. I don't train on distance. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I go out, my training run will say go for a run for 20 minutes, go for a run for 40 minutes. It does not have any distance, and train on time, and never run for more, or run, walk, whatever combination. Don't be on your feet for more than 3 hours. You do not need to be on more than 3 hours.
Training. Enjoy it. If it goes to plan, you'll fly. If it doesn't go to plan, you will have completed a distance that maybe you've never completed before, and it will be the best thing. Even if you walk half of it, it doesn't matter. I walked 9 miles of my first marathon at the end. I just because of various circumstances, and because I didn't do things right. You live and you learn with running. But I was so chuffed at the end that I completed a marathon. I did it, and then I built on that for my future marathons that I've done. Same with you guys. If you don't
set a goal, always set goals. If you don't set a goal, you've got nothing to aim for, whether you achieve it or not. It's motivation to get yourself out there.
You enjoy running, because if you don't enjoy it, why are you doing it?
Keep focused and keep trying, and don't give up, because it'll be worth it in the end.